Every time I look at you, I'm so glad that you're the one I've been growing closer to as the years have come and gone, sharing for good or ill, hardly a day apart, older outside, but still young at heart.
Come on, John, let's head from service.
Oh, keep your shirt on, Albert. I've only got one pair of hands.
Why don't you get the missus down to give you a hand?
Well, she doesn't like serving behind the bar. Ever since a fella started to chat her up. I warned him, but he kept on. They carried him out with 3 teeth missing and a fractured collarbone.
I didn't know you were a violent person.
No, I'm not, but the wife is.
Well, if you want a part-time barman, I'm available and I'm very cheap.
Well, that's very kind of you to offer, Albert. But I'm seeing a young lady this morning about coming in part-time.
Oh.
I thought I'd find you here.
Oh, hello, Ethel. Oh, fancy seeing you. What do you fancy?
Robert Redford, but I'll settle for a sweet sherry.
You been shopping, Ethel?
Yes, I've been to the market.
Oh, I hope you've not been buying rubbish again.
I never buy rubbish.
Well, every time you come back from the market, you come back with something useless.
No, I don't.
What did you buy today?
Well, I bought some homemade humbugs and I bought a hat.
There's nothing wrong with my cap.
You could do with the change. Besides, it was cheap, second-hand.
Second-hand?
Well, we've got to watch the money, Albert. Put it on.
No, I don't like wearing people's cast-offs.
But it's hardly been worn.
Well, then, there must be something wrong with it.
Why must there?
Well, why did the owner sell it?
He didn't sell it, he died.
You what?
They specialise in bereavement.
Well, I'm not having that. I could chat something.
Don't be silly. He probably died in bed.
I have his hat on.
It's all go today. Hey, I hope I don't lose your custom when you move.
Move? We're not moving.
Well, you'll have to eventually, won't you?
What's he talking about?
Did you get a letter in the post this morning?
Oh, there was something, but I didn't open it.
Oh, it's about that new bypass they're starting work on it this year.
Well, what's that got to do with us moving?
Well, they're knocking your street down.
And we would advise you to telephone the above department for an appointment with the housing manager to discuss the possibility of alternative accommodation subject to availability.
Oh, Albert, it's true then.
Aye, well, it looks like it.
Where will they put us?
Only God knows that. Him and the housing manager.
You don't think they'll put us in a home or anything?
No, no, no. They'll give us a council house.
Oh, as long as it isn't a flat. I don't want to live in a flat.
Now, don't worry, love. We'll get a house.
Well, you better phone the housing people and fix an appointment.
Not likely. I'm going down there now. If we wait for an appointment, all the houses might be gone. Have we still got that bottle of sherry we brought back from Majorca?
Yes. Why?
Good. It's a little gift for the housing manager.
That's bribery.
No, dear. They always do that in big business. When I finish buttering him up, he'll be eating out of the palm of my hand.
Yes? Mr. Collier has an appointment. Very well. Send him in.
How do? Mr. Thomas?
You must be Collier.
Yes, that's right.
Please, take a seat.
Oh, thank you.
What can I do for you?
That's all right. Very very good sherry.
I'm sure it is.
You'll enjoy that.
No, I won't. I'm a teetotaler.
That's a pity. Yes, well, it's a lovely office you've got here.
It's cold, it's drafty, and the colour scheme gives me a headache.
Oh, dear. Oh. Is that the wife?
Yes.
Oh. Beautiful woman. You must be very proud of her.
Not particularly. She left me yesterday for another man.
Oh, dear. Still got the dog?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
It bit me this morning.
Oh, heck.
What was it you wanted, Mr. Collier?
Oh, well, it's about this, this letter that I've had about the new bypass.
Ah, yes. Well, you're very simple, Mr. Collier.
Hey, steady on.
No, I mean your circumstances.
Oh.
Yes, all that area is being given top priority.
Oh, good. Well, we'd like a semi-detached or an end terraced, not too far from the shops. And what does mean?
We can't offer you anything like that, I'm afraid.
But you said that we were priority.
Yes, but houses are only allocated to young couples with their families. We usually place the more senior citizen in a little flat.
Oh, I see. So you mean if Ethel and me were a young couple with kids, we'd get a house?
Most definitely.
Oh, good. Well, you can put us down then.
I beg your pardon?
Yes. Yes, Ethel and me for a house.
With all due respect, Mr. Collier, I hardly think you qualify.
Oh, yeah, yes, we do, you see, because this is my second marriage. And Ethel is, well, she's quite a bit younger than I am.
How old is Ethel?
31.
31?
Yes, and with two young kids.
Really?
Aye. And another on the way.
I see. Well, of course, that does make a difference.
Oh, that's fine. Then you can fix us up at the house then.
Most certainly.
Oh, good. Well, thank you, Mr. Thomas. Thank you.
Would this afternoon be convenient?
What for?
For me to call round and see Ethel.
Do you have to do that?
I'm afraid we do. It's only a formality, just to verify the facts. It has been known for some people to actually lie in order to get a house.
Really?
Shall we say round about 3?
How's that?
Very nice.
You do then?
Oh, definitely. I reckon you'll double our takings.
Oh, good. You don't mind me finishing at 2:45 then? Only I've got my 2 kids to pick up from school.
Ah, no problem. Hello, Albert.
A large cyanide, please.
Oh, very funny. Oh, Albert, this is... I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Carol. Carol Lee.
Ah, Carol. This is Albert.
Pleased to meet you, Albert. Cheery little soul, isn't he?
Ah, well, he usually is. What's up, Albert?
I've just come from the housing department.
Hey, did they fix you up?
What's the penalty for making a false statement?
You've been naughty.
Just a bit. I told them Ethel was 31, pregnant with 2 children.
By heck, you don't do things by halves, do you?
Well, it was the only way I could get a house. Otherwise, I'd have ended up in a poky little flat. He's coming round at 3 o'clock to verify.
Well, you've had it then, haven't you?
Aye, unless I can produce a young wife and 2 kids.
There's not many of those knocking about.
What are you looking at me for?
Albert, your troubles are over.
How does that look?
Triplets.
Well, I think You're both mad. You'll never get away with it.
Oh, yes, we will. If the housing manager is satisfied, we'll get a house. They'll never come round to check again.
It's worth a try, Mrs. Collier.
I still say you're both mad.
That's him now. Now, go and let him in, Ethel.
What if he asks who I am?
Just tell him you're my mother. I mean, tell him you're Carol's mother. All right, I'll let him in.
I don't want to rush you, Mrs. Collier, but if you're going to pick my kids up, you'd better go. I don't want them hanging around outside school.
Yes, all right. St. Mark's, isn't it?
Yeah, just round the corner.
Right.
Come in, Mr. Thomas. This is the wife.
How do you do? Remarkable. And the children?
Oh, well, Ethel's just picking him up from school.
Ethel?
Her mother.
I thought your wife was called Ethel.
Yes. It's a family name. You see, family. She's called Ethel, and her mother's called Ethel, and her grandmother's called Ethel. They're all Ethels.
I see. Well, I'll just take a few particulars of your wife. Surname Collier. Christian name?
Ethel.
I beg your pardon?
She's called Carol Ethel, so she doesn't get mixed up with her mother.
Quite. Children, names and ages?
Charlie and Sue. He's 9 and she's 8.
Very nice. You know, Mr. Collier, I didn't believe you this morning.
No?
I thought you were making it all up, just to get a house.
Oh, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Albert.
Are the kids all right?
Oh, yes, they're fine.
Oh, all right, well, bring the children in, Ethel. Mr. Thomas would like to meet them.
But Albert...
Ethel, don't argue. Bring the children in.
All right. Come on in, kids.
She just told me her name was Mrs. Lee. Now, how was I to know her husband was a Chinese waiter in a takeaway?
I felt a right fool.
Yeah, I bet the housing manager got a surprise and all.
He wasn't the only one. I kept cracking on about being born in Hong Kong, but he wouldn't wear it. I just hope they don't prosecute us.
Oh, they can't do that, can they?
Oh, yes, they can. False information.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Well, I suppose I'll just have to settle for a flat.
Well, some of them were quite nice, you know.
Would you live in one?
No.
Then don't talk so daft.
Look, I'm only trying to cheer you up, Albert.
Well, I don't know. It comes to something, doesn't it, eh? You work and slave all your life, and at the end of it, they chuck you out in the street.
Well, can't you go and stay with one of your kids?
No. Our David's not got enough room, and, well, Ethel doesn't get on with his wife, and we can't park ourselves on Mary, you know. She's only just got married, and our Billy, well, he's in Australia.
Albert, Mr. Thomas was on the phone. He's not going to prosecute.
Oh, that's something anyway.
He says you gave him the biggest laugh he's had since his wife left him.
Well, I'm glad somebody's happy.
Not only that, he's found us a place.
A house?
No, it's a flat. Just near Hanley.
Hey, it's very nice at Hanley.
That's miles away.
Miles away from where?
Well, from here for a start.
Well, we can't pick and choose, Albert, and I expect there'll be a pub somewhere near. Anyway, we're going to see it, and you can wear your new hat.
Oh, no, Ethel, no. Do I have to?
Yes. You can give it an airing. Come on. This is the place.
I don't fancy that.
You haven't seen inside it yet.
Well, the outside's bad enough.
Oh, don't be so miserable. Come on. Well, what do you think?
Not much.
What don't you like about it?
Everything.
It's got a nice modern kitchen.
It's got no front parlour.
What do we want a front parlour for?
Well, where are we going to get laid out when we go?
They'd have a hell of a job carrying a coffin down all those stairs. And if they put it in the lift, they'd have to stand it on its end. We'll manage, Albert. I know it's not what we wanted, but it's clean, and it's got a very nice view. Come and have a look.
Oh, what a pity. That's going on. Oh, well, I won't be able to wear that again, will I?
Hello? Yes? Speaking? Sydney? Oh, I think you've got the wrong number. There's nobody called Sydney here. Pardon? Oh, you're Sydney. Sydney who? Sydney, Australia? Oh, hello? Hello? Hello, is that you, Billy? What is it? Is somebody ill? Oh, thank goodness. Then what are you ringing for? No, your dad's not here. He's just popped down to the rifleman's. Ah, did you know we were being pulled down? Ah, Mary had no right to ring you. Oh, we can't do that, Billy. Look, it's very kind of you to offer, and it'd be lovely to see you and the children again, but we can't emigrate at our time of life. Anyway, even if I wanted to, your dad'd never agree. I'm having enough trouble getting him to move to Hanley, and that's only 2 miles away.
What were the flat like, Albert?
All right. For rabbits.
Ah, you'll get used to it.
I suppose so. Ethel's very upset. She's putting on a brave face, but I know her. She's really down in the dumps.
There you are, Mr. Collier.
So,
Hey, that reminds me. You left your bottle of sherry behind.
oh, heck. Ethel will give me what for. She was going to have a drop of that tonight to cheer her up.
Oh, well, Carol can drop it round for you, can't you, love?
Why?
Oh, I don't want to trouble you.
It's no trouble.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, in that case, would you pop into the chip shop on the way back and get me a bag of chips? I'm starving.
Oh, come in. Hello? Oh, hello, Mary. I've been trying to ring you, but you were engaged. Now, don't be silly. Your dad would never agree to go to Australia. We're all right. We've got a flat. Listen, I have to go now. I'm halfway through the cleaning. You know what I'm like when I'm worried. I start cleaning the house. Yeah, bye-bye, love.
Oh, my God! Oh, Mr. Collier!
What's up?
Oh, something terrible's happened.
Don't tell me the chippy's closed.
No, it's your wife. She's put her head in the oven.
What?
Hello. Oh, hello, David. Oh, Mary rang you, did she? She seems to be ringing everybody. You're all trying to shove us off to Australia. Look, I've got to go now. I'm halfway through the oven.
She's right here. What's she worried, eh?
Ethel, you all right?
Well, of course I'm all right.
Oh, love, I thought you'd gassed yourself.
You had your head in the oven.
I was cleaning it.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Here. I'd better get back to Rifleman's and tell John to cancel ambulance.
I think you're too late.
Oh, I just better tell him it were a false alarm.
Thank you very much. I don't know.
Well, I thought you were depressed, love, you know, about having to move.
Well, I might be, but I wouldn't do a daft thing like that. Come and sit down, Albert. I want to talk to you.
What about?
Our future. Billy rang earlier from Australia.
Oh? There's nothing wrong, is there?
No. He wants us to go and live with him.
Oh, does he?
He's got a big house with an annex, and we'd be self-contained.
Really?
I know it's a long way to go.
You can say that again. It's 12,000 miles.
He said he'd send us the airfare.
Well, it's very generous of him.
Well, I said we'd think it over.
No, Ethel. We're not thinking it over.
Well, at least let's discuss it.
No, Ethel. There's nothing to discuss. And we're not thinking it over. We're already going.
Hello. Let's rest our feet a bit, shall we?
It's very pleasant here.
Aye. A lot of water's flown under the bridge.
And most of our life with it.
That's true. I courted you up and down this towpath.
Do you remember the night you kept me out late?
Aye. And your dad came out looking for us.
Yeah, and he caught us too, snogging.
It's just as well that's all we were doing.
It wasn't for want of trying.
Remember the Sunday mornings? Pushing the pram along here?
I do. I wish we had a penny for every time we did that. What about the time you brought young David out here for a spot of fishing?
When he pushed me in, little monkey.
You never did catch anything.
Only pneumonia.
Albert, are we doing the right thing?
Yeah. I don't know, Ethel.
It's a long way from everything, isn't it? Australia.
Are you having second thoughts?
No, but it's a big step to take at our time of life, to leave everything behind.
Not everything. We've still got each other. You remember what we used to say? As long as we've got each other, nothing else matters. And that's as true today as it was when we were first wed.
Oh, you're right, Albert. We've been very lucky. We've had a good marriage.
And it's not over yet, my longshaw. I'm hoping we'll get a telegram from the Queen.
Oh, then we better let her have our address in Australia.
Aye, we'll send her a postcard. Kiss, kiss.
Give up.
We haven't done a bit of snogging here for a long time.
Albert Collier, you get worse.
Every time I look at you, I'm so glad that you're the one I've been growing closer to as the years have come and gone, sharing for good or ill, hardly a day apart, older outside but still young at heart.